interactive scoreboards. Can we give it up for our judges? Last point, before I, check in and make sure y'all okay with the judges, we are just making sure everybody has 5 judges. That is the only holdup. But once I get that, you're gonna get started, yeah? All right, in the meantime, what I would love for you to do, if you haven't poured any affirmation into someone outside of the team, I need you to do that while we get started. This shit that we do, it's hard. Just give somebody a kind word, okay? Yeah? I should hear y'all doing that right now.
Go into these chicken ones. Your sandwich was like great.
So like nobody in here found.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I'm good. I would like it back. If you found it. It's a lot of it, ain't it?
All right, so welcome to Bout 20 of Southern Pride. And I'm going to go ahead and get into this spiel so that we can just kind of go over etiquette, right, and expectations. So before we begin, I want to make sure that I ask you not to hover in the doorway or lean on the wall. And when I say that, it's because there are light switches and I don't want anybody to have things that happen, right? So it's a good practice just not to lean on the wall or hover near the doorway. If you see someone do it, if you could just like sternly tell them what your body language, yeah, do that for me. We also ask that you be mindful that we do have a competitor with a severe peanut allergy. I don't think they are in this room, so I think we're good on that. But you know, let's just be mindful people have allergies and shit like that. Lastly, if you are feeling ill, please feel free to wear your mask. If you need a mask, please let us know. We will provide one for you. Thank you. Now, back to our regular scheduled program. Welcome to the 33rd annual Southern Fried Poetry Slam. We believe Black Lives Matter. We support and believe in the rights of our LGBTQ plus IA community. Happy motherfucking Pride. And we believe every person should have equal access to live their best lives, physically, spiritually, artistically. Let's go ahead and add mentally and emotionally. Yes. We encourage you to be respectful of everyone's identity and remember that every person on this stage has what? Value. At Southern Pride, we judge poems, not people. Poems, not people. Stay with me. Poems, not people. Tonight, you will see 4 teams of poets and or independent poets from across the country competing for a chance to perform at Final Station Saturday evening, which is tomorrow for Team Indies Finals. Judges, we ask that you give the poets your undivided attention. In order to do so, everyone take out that phone that you have on you, especially if your battery real full, and we're going to put it on silent or pleasure mode. If you got one of them special sounds that happen with your pleasure mode, go ahead and just put that shit on silent. We don't want to hear it. Thank you. Thank you guys. You guys are so great. In Poetry Slam, there is no music. There are no costumes. There are no props. Each poet will be performing original work. Poems may be up to 3 minutes long, but after a 10-second grace period, the performer loses points for going over time. Yet again, that is not something my judges need to worry about. You are just listening to the poems and judging that. Yes. I do think it's important for you to know that some of the poems that you will hear will deal with sensitive topics. If at any time you feel the need to step outside, please feel free to do so. Does that apply to you, judges? No, we're going to trauma dump with you tonight. We are. But if you need a hug afterwards, somebody that looks like me might be open, might be available. We got you. We got you. Judges, yes, you must stay the entire time. Here are your judges. I need y'all to go ahead and get loud as fuck for me while I introduce them. Please get loud. Judges, go ahead and throw those scoreboards up for me. And actually, I do need something else from y'all. I need y'all to stand and face the audience. This is the only time I'm gonna ask y'all to do that. Don't they look fine as fuck? Go ahead and say, take a look, take a look, take a look. 1, 2, 3. Y'all may sit down. I just want to do a check-in. Is everybody good? I see thumbs up. Anything that if you're not feeling it, you could do this. I'm not gonna tell on you, but I will say that they were in the right corner and they were wearing something. Okay. Everybody good? Yeah. So yes on the judges. All right, y'all wanna know about these judges? Right. Well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, all right? So Judge 1, her name is Reese, and I asked each of them what qualifies them to be a judge in this competition. And then I also asked them to tell me the brave thing they have done this year. Me too, right? I'm so self-aware. Anyway, Tracy is qualified because she has worked in education for over 7 years. So that means she's got trained to be a keyboard. And I love that for us. Now, the second question that I asked, me and her had to have a quiet moment. I'm gonna ask that we do that for her. The brave thing that she did this year is breathing. And she came back to us. So that's what we can do. Now, judge number 2, her name is A Miracle. It is such a fucking dope spelling. I'm not going to give y'all the spelling because she can give that to you. But A Miracle is our second judge. What qualifies her is she's very creative and she listens intently. So she is ready to give y'all her undivided attention. What brave thing she has done, she tried out for a dance company after not dancing for quite some time and made it. Best of luck at that dance company. Judge 3 is Ade. And Ade is a poet and a teacher. Which means she don't be listening. The brave thing that she is doing in about 4 weeks, she is moving to Durham, North Carolina. Judge 4 is Caroline. Caroline. She is qualified because she likes to pour into the community and she needed the hours of community service. And the brave thing that she is doing, she has stepped up to help her family with their emotional and mental health. And she sees her therapist once a week to work that shit out. Yeah. Y'all ready for Judge 5? Get down for me. Get down for me. All right. Is Molly. And Molly is a liberal arts major and she loves lyricism. So again, you got some qualified judges up in this bitch, right? Her brave thing is she ran a half a marathon. And Shorty is asthmatic. Okay. I work in insurance, and I made sure I was not violating her HIPAA laws. I saw the judgment like this. She even said I yes. All right. So we have introduced the judges. Now we're going to go into the last part of the spiel. At the conclusion of the bout, slam masters, coaches, please stay a moment to sign off on the bout sheets and return your primary authorship form. You'll get that at the end. This will increase efficiency with verifying scores and timely score posting. Before we get the slam going, we will have a calibration poll. This poet is not part of the competition, but they will be judged just the same. Judges, have you been oriented by me? So I already gave them a tour, so they know what to expect. So I don't want you to think they have not been prepared. They are prepared and they are ready. Judges, you may use this poem score as your baseline of reference for the poems you judged during the bout. Y'all ready to start a motherfucking scene? Taking teammates that we're hearing from tonight, and y'all gonna get out for every single one. We're gonna hear from the writers then. Who have come to brave this stage as well, and we are going to shout them out as well. We have the Prodigy True. I think we're ready to start a motherfucking slam for real this time, yeah? All right, let's get this bitch started. On deck, we have tried. No, look at me already, right? Alrighty. So, tell me. I love that. We're gonna learn together. They're gonna complain about me tomorrow. That's crazy. So for real, we are going to bring up our calibration poet. Are y'all ready? I need all the ones, Is there a top for you?
To anyone who still thinks that homosexuality just ain't natural, I hate to break it to you, but there is gay sex going on all over the animal kingdom. Orcas somehow find time to smash their bros in gay dance orgies between smashing yachts. Female bonobos have evolved enormous clips to scissoring is how they say hello, and giraffes do 94% of their fucking with the same sex, which gives a whole new meaning to necking, am I right? And lined up behind them are 1,500 other species, including lions, sheep, flamingos, obviously, penguins, dolphins, snails, and my personal favorite, the peacock. I don't know shit about how they fuck, but the name sounds like a gay nightclub, and we all know a fabulous, clean, or wasty one. There's something ironic about calling us queer, where being gay is remotely unique to humans, but homophobia is. For centuries, scientists overlooked this violation of the law of nature that defines sex solely as a means of reproduction. But ask anyone who has ever been sucked off or eaten out after a hard day at work how many reasons there are to fornicate. Animals use sex to maintain fertility and relieve social tensions. They form polycules to protect their young, but mostly they fuck because it fucking feels good. And the sexual fluidity has been found to be so beneficial that scientists refer to it as the bisexual advantage, which coincidentally is also the name of my pussy. So how have you missed this for so long? In the 1920s, the German Institute of Sexology curated a massive archive of queer and gender fluid phenomena. One of the first things the Nazis did was burn it to the ground. Is it any wonder the most common slur for a gay person is a synonym for both cigarette and firewood? Flames have always been a part of our history, as bigots tried to scorch us from the pages of history. And here we are again, with lawmakers turned firebrand, trying to torch the trans community out of existence, once more citing the natural order as if lionesses don't grow manes. There are whole species of reptiles and fish that change sex at will. Hell, honeybees have at least 3 genders and most worms have none. If biology has taught us anything, it's that there is no such thing as a binary. Everything is a spectrum, and the space between averages is where Mother Nature does her best work. How can you speak of natural selection and not recognize evolution when you see it? We were once chameleon camouflaged into the background of a hostile environment, but now we rise phoenix, colors fans aflame. Your insistence on our mythical nature does nothing to douse the blaze. We are living proof that everything is a spectrum, even light. We radiate every shade of the rainbow. We will not overlook us again.
All right, judges, this is the longest I'm gonna give you to put up your scores. And when you are done, you're gonna put it up. I want you to make that a little bigger. That's why we do the calibration poem or poets. So I need you to make that a little bit bigger for me, because I don't have my glasses, girl, and I'm getting older. Okay? Thank you. Tell how you're getting older. Mhm. All right, from low to high, we have a 6, a 6.5, 7.5, a 9.4, and how about a 9.5? Clap it up for the poet. Clap it up for the poet. Which gives us a score of 23.4. Y'all ready to get this shit started? It's gonna be loud as fuck for everybody in this motherfucking room, yeah? You don't exactly have tribe slam, but coming up to the stage right the fuck now is the writer said, who you sending up? Speak. Don't get a restraining order, get a gun. That's the caption to a video of a woman who shot her stalker. After changing her number, after moving to another city, after filing multiple restraining orders. And it feels so empowering in a powerless situation to not leave yourself at the mercy of the merciless. I get it. These men are rabid, hungry for attention, affection, flesh hellhounds with a taste for what they can't have. And a piece of paper just makes their mouth water more. The fence they hop, the leash they break. If it's the only thing keeping women off their plate, and sometimes the only way to stop that dog from biting is to put it down. In this dog-eat-dog world, it's kill or be killed, and we women grow tired of being prey. Fear declining a man's invitation will be our final sentence. Tired of being a statistic, 1 in 3 who experience violence from an intimate partner. A protective order ain't so protective when a violator doesn't face consequences. So, when the legal system fucks you over, you might as well have your gun cocked. The woman in the video said she chose herself and her freedom by shooting her stalker. I get it.
But what if your stalker isn't just in your bushes, but in your mirror? I don't have to meet my Bible holder in a bar. I hit swipe right in my hand. My mind is the dark alley, and the person most likely to kill me is me. I get it. The world is crazy. I better strap up, but I can't because I'm crazy. They say stay strapped, and I get confused. All I see are straitjackets and bedside restraints. I want to protect myself, but what if it has to be from myself? When my mind is fully loaded, why add more bullets? So the taser under the bed will do the trick. Cling onto my pepper spray like I cling onto my sanity, because I always have to choose between a tender day going volatile or a spiral turning suicidal, and that's scary to have to choose between not having a choice, feeling so powerless in what should be an empowering situation, left at the mercy of how merciless your own mind is, and you don't get being nailed to the cross of your intersectionality. To be a woman and have a mental disorder is having to fight every battle, even the ones with yourself. Because when a man wants to fill me up, I want to empty the clip, but I can't have trigger fingers because I'm always triggered. They say, buy a gun for protection. But what if the suicide hotline puts me on hold again?
Right, judges, put them scores down and put them up. All right, from low to high, we have an 8.9, a 9, a 9, a 9.3, and a 9.8. Please wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Which gives us a score of 27.3 for the poem. Wrap it up, wrap it up. On deck, we have verbal set for straight, running up down the stride plan. Who you setting up?
Try, please. Let's go, folks. It takes a special kind of ugly to beat the beautiful out of you. The validity of very existence. Berate you with a bunch of insults. Viciously, verbally bombarding you with derogatory descriptions. To transform a beautiful mahogany brown into purples, blacks, and blues. To beat you within an inch of your life in the name of love.
So call for God and no one answers.
Nagging me believe and make up
The excuses for his anger.
to contemplate dying in your sleep and living
Awake in a nightmare.
to sleep with the enemy, to justify his actions, to question yourself. Maybe it was me or something that I said. The lie in bed going over the lies that he said. To be trapped in the prison of Azkaban because crack walls don't feel pain like I do. Crack ribs remind me every time I breathe what this love feels like. The butterflies in my stomach have morphed into hopes that circle over my head. I'm scared to see tomorrow. Trying to hold on to a love story now turn into a horror flick. Not ready to grab the life preserver from saviors nor listen to their advice and prayers because they don't know him like I do. To put band-aids of our good times and fresh bruises has become a new chapter in our walk together. It took me losing my eyesight to see that he wasn't the one for me. Even Scooby-Doo showed me that real monsters hide behind masks. And wolves in sheep's clothing are not only found in fairy tales, because it takes a special kind of ugly to turn a victim into a villain. To rape me to the point I carry out my own physical abuse.
Putting myself in places he can't see just to give
My mind a moment of peace, silence.
only loud to my own ears because he finds
Comfort when I don't speak.
my head
Constantly down,
because there's no longer
light behind my eyes.
a life
Once filled with bright yellow,
yellows, pinks, and purples.
goes down a
Continual cycle of waste, longing, and repeat.
because he made me believe I needed protection from my own thoughts and imagination. Once deep as an ocean, but can't seem to find relief from his elusive streams because no one hurts me like he do. No physical scars to document, and no one can see the pain inside my mind.
Scooby-Doo was right. Real monsters do hide behind masks.
And
Wolves in
wolves
sheep's clothing are not only found in fairy tales. Look what you made me do.
You hurt me,
I promise I will never do it again.
but you hurt me.
I'm sorry.
You hurt me. And I hope it was right. This for me.
No longer live in fairy tales.
Clap it up. Right here. So, please. Raise it high, raise it high. Thank you very much. Below the high, we have an 8.5. That's okay, because we have an 8.9. That's also okay, because we have a 9.5. What about a 9.6? And a 9.7. Your score of 28 even. All right, clap it up. On deck, closing out the first round for teams of BX3. But coming to the stage right the fuck now, Virgo Slack, who you sending?
We got home. We got home. So, poets. Let's go. It's all really fair and love and war. God wouldn't recognize the romance and demand of peace. While brothers close their rent just to render us meat, we are here to restore order. That's a podcast perpetuating propaganda, making an enemy of our number one supporter. What if I told you some of the most powerful men had their strength nurtured by a black? They say behind every successful man is a great one, whose worries weigh a ton. Tongue so sick of licking men's wounds and ceases speaking life and becomes a death sentence. I hear sisters say stop murdering black men, turn around and shoot us down with their eyes. If looks to kill, the female gates to drive by. But saying no can put me in a hospital or an obituary. How many fake numbers does it take to avoid ending up a statistic? Whether tight dress or turtleneck, my clothes be see-through in the eyes of men whose tongue switch from beautiful to bitch at the slightest case of rejection. You just want a man of a high credit and low standards. Say we gotta make 6 figures, have a 6-pack, and be 6 feet, like 666 ain't the mark of the beast. They say, all of our sons, call us daddy, don't let us be one. Meanwhile, calling me queen is just a quest for my cats. Claim the world only values your penis and wallets. Get proposition my pussy for the price of a cocktail. Wonder what my mouth do before offering in a meal. Sucking you dry is only foreplay. Where freedom is the safe word. We can't stomach lies, but have a guarantee us the truth. If we can't figure out why, let that man know your mind, you can prove the blood to the back.
I be gold digger, wanting more than a penny for my thoughts. From a man who wanted to go 50-50 on accounts, but not accountability. Didn't God instruct husbands to love their wives?
But what happens when one never becomes a husband? Because man, well, only if you white, black men be born, super predator, deadbeat.
Black women be fetish, bedwetch, mammy, everything but white. Sacrifice each other on the same altar that ship us off to breeding farms, breeding hate between helpmates. Modern day Willie Lynch letters, spelling out mass destruction, splitting the black nuclear family. This time in the baby pool.
Almost the same got 1 year in my pocket.
While the other is up my dress.
What's the point of us men mustering up the courage to build a home if the queen of our castle won't hesitate to talk about wedding dates? Yes, just we separate so she can keep us Section 8?
We not here to oppress you. We here to address you. Without you, our house ain't no home. The world already tries to divide us.
Like you don't deserve to be whole. Like you ain't my spirit.
Hey, you ain't my soul. Like you ain't my better half. This war has never been about gender. It's always been about black love being attacked.
Let's go.
Clap it up for the promo, judges. All right. Ooh, Jesus. The way that thing hit my Listen, if y'all want to use this, be aware to maybe angle it a certain way because that thing is just not secure, all right? Okay, I'm gonna be loud. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
All right, from low to high, we have a 9. We have a 9.5.
Okay.
I would say about a 9.6.
Uh,
A 9.9. And a 9.9. And that gives us a score of 29 even. On Zach, we have our first indie of the night. But coming to the stage right the fuck now is BX3. Who you say Thank you. Hey. Let's go, baby.
I'm gonna need y'all to sing along with y'all know the words. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Walk, 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 walk. Time for them up. Walk, 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 walk. I'ma do my stuff. Why you talking like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and you probably hate. The cognitive dissonance hits. As the crowd goes from rapping every word to Kendrick's Not Like Us to dancing to the lyrics, Shake That Ass from Drake, and I imagine the R. Kelly is bobbing his head somewhere in a jail cell. That my rapist is still stepping in the name of love as his hotline blings in the distance. I can hear my mother saying, hate the sin, love the sinner, and it sounds a lot like separating the arts from the artist. Like dancing to the Pied Piper's flute, ignoring the children left to his room. It sounds like hearing someone say that his mind is telling him no, but his body is telling him yes, knowing who he's talking about, and so listening to his body of work. It sounds like watching an adult ass Drake kiss a teenage girl on stage, hearing him croon catchy songs condoning date rape, and still saying, but what about the playlist? Where we gon' party if it ain't Houston, Atlanta, Vegas? I've seen sycophants on their knees, praying to the Church of Aubrey, stacking up on graham crackers and candy to lure in the next unsuspecting listener would be surprised if their search history didn't set off an FBI alert for child trafficking. And I guess, look, I get that the music is catchy, but I've never met a beat worth breaking a young girl's trust for. A melody don't make me compromise my morals. I don't understand how raw a rhythm has to be to make you revere a rapist. It's wild to me how quickly you can go from ally to apologist. I can't hear Kendrick say that Drake should be placed on the neighborhood watch and then watch people dance along to his music at the neighborhood block party. It's crazy how quickly you can go from anger to amnesia. I can't help but remember the allegations when listening to the lyrics. Can't help hearing you're old enough, but you're still a baby, and thinking that no one should be going half on a baby with a baby. It takes one search and 3 clicks to block an artist on Spotify, and for me, that's the only viable option. When the overtly verified offenses are so obviously violently obscene, just know that OVO ain't got that kind of hold that can make me believe in the Drake conspiracy over what we all can see in Drake. I see you. I tell you, I see you, Trey Songs. I see you, DJs that keep playing their music and the people that keep dancing to it. I see you, and I don't want to hear you stay space. No more.
All right, let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. From low to high, we have an 8.9. An 8.9. Okay, a 9. A 9.5. A 9.8. That gives us a score of 27.4 for the poem. Please clap it up. We have our first indie of the night. Coming to the stage right the fuck now is the Prodigy True.
Let's go. Let's go. Poet. Ever since I was a kid, I was always fascinated by the chameleon. I would never pet a chameleon, but I've always been intrigued by their many characteristics. Fact. Chameleons have the ability to change their skin color when conditions become uncomfortable. Fact. A male chameleon's ideal temperature ranges from 90 to 105 degrees. They can withstand temperatures several degrees more. These animals are unlike others. I think they call it all too familiar. Little too dark skinned, too much sugar in your tank. They call you different. The type to come home with bloody knuckles on Thursdays and inch-deep slits on wrist each Monday, and it's Sunday. Family says you have some explaining world terms, 60 degrees into 99 problems. I'm talking Texas weather or Texas the fifth marriage. I'm talking one day, everything is fine and well before the next day is hell. So you reach for a drink. No one knows what takes the banquet to tell your parents the one two thing that they can't stomach. Mom, heard me last night, don't know what to do. Dad, please don't be mad. Mom, Dad, I'm trans. When it all settles, you're dealing with friends, teachers, coworkers tell you you are no longer welcome too much. I don't think we can be friends anymore. My son cannot be a lady. Isn't it ironic? Coming out from fighting demons in a closet to fighting the real monsters outside of it. Others tell you you are built for this. I'll never be too hot for you. You are built for this. They try to get underneath your skin, but this melanin be protection and insulation of hope as we go down runways. Hope there are rays of sunshine, smiling rainbows out of worlds you once fantasized about. A friend once told me some of us are just one catastrophe away from 5th floor of a hospital. That means one pill short or one more cut, one more bullet, one less brace dive away from falling. None of it matters anymore. For you made it. Finally, they accept you for who you truly are. Beautiful, a graduate of greatness and fine activity in a community where everyone fights beside you, makes everything feel fabulous. Call them your ally, your gladiator, or your chiropractor. They will always have your back. They will not tease you. For some still mock, will glare, still stare, when all we ask is equal rights and protection for all, but it's all good because you are a beautiful chameleon. Built for this. You are educated, graduated. Congratulations for you. Finally, free.
Let's clap it up for the come on, man, judges, you know what the judges do. Yes, we moving and we moving. Yes, judges. Can we clap it up for my judges? How amazing. Yes. All right, from low to high, we have an 8.9. We have a 9.1, a 9.2, a 9.2. Is that a 7, my love? 9.7. Clap it up for the 27.5 is the score. Y'all ready to start the second round? Yeah. All right, all right. On deck, we have verbal slap. But coming to the stage right the fuck now, Tribe Slam. Who you setting up?
Crystal!
They not like, they not like, they not like you.
You know?
I see the flame above your head.
Go for it. Bro, I don't think you understand. I want to be free from the rules of masculinity where a man is not supposed to cry. Because on June 1st, 2007, I was 15 going on 16, still trying to figure out life like a coming of age story. Until I had to grow up fast. When my sister said, Daddy was shot. Hysterical, confused. I called my mother to confirm and she said, yes, son, it's true. I was in a hospital surrounded by prayer warriors as my father went through 3 days of surgery. Doctors come back with the results saying he had internal bleeding and he was on a ventilator. And here I am, having and pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for 2 days straight in the waiting room. On day 5 was when he opened up his eyes, and by this time, I was breaking out in hives due to stress. On day 6, I had to pray and stay positive because I knew my father was strong as an Olympian. And he proved me right on day 7 because he died and came back. Nothing can stop him because he beat death. I remember having so much anxiety on day 8. I was feeling numb. I was in the days in those days, day 9, 10, 11. But I was feeling frustrated on day 12, going through hell again, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Patiently waiting like a snail riding back of a tunnel in the palm of a stuff, trying to get across the road. I just wanted to bring my father back home. So many thoughts in my head, like, why was I didn't want to do this to my father? Still on a ventilator, he could not talk. He can only look at me, but telepathically, he was telling me I'm gonna be okay. I was so overwhelmed with emotion, I had to leave to take my mind off of it. Day 13, 14, 15, everything was going great. Until family said he's not looking good on day 16. I remember like it was on yesterday, chilling with my mama, rushing back to the hospital to see my father alive one last time. And on June 16th, 2007 at 11:56 a.m., he was dead. I could still hear my sister screaming in the background when they announced it. I remember pressing my lips up against his forehead as rigor mortis starts to set in, singing his favorite song. I am free. Praise the Lord, I'm free. You see, bro, you go up and down the street talk about that death and murder game, but it's different when it hits home, like Amazon package. So, bro, you can miss me with that man. They supposed to cry. Because you ain't never seen a man cry until you see his daddy die.
Clap that for the poem. Clap that for the poem. Judges, you know what to do. You know what to do. All right, from low to high. We have a 6.
Boo! Boo!
But we have a 9. Then we have a 9.6. Okay. Then we have a 9.9. And we have our first 10 of the motherfucking night. Card for the poem. On deck, we have BX3 coming to the stage right the fuck now. Verbal slap, who you send it?
Do the one with the words, y'all.
Overkill.
When the capacity for destruction far exceeds what is necessary. Each year, police officers fire a 21-gun salute, not in honor, but in hate, aimed at the tombstone of a panther who barely lived to see 21. Here lies Fred Hampton, assassinated in cold blood as he lies sleeping beside his pregnant wife. They buried his bones, but not the hatchet.
I am revolutionary. Before I had a chance to ride in on my love for beauty crime, so they raided in my home, riddled me with the bullet town port in my body before I could testify. But his name about power. It don't die easy. You can kill a man, but you can't kill his memory. After the funeral, they still find a way to lay us to rest, never satisfied to beat a dead horse or a nigga into submission. So when our lives move mountains, our death moves masses. They pray on our mind, turn our graves to target practice. We can't practice or been preached with gunpowder prayers, crossing rifles, sending us to the crossroads.
Afterlife, they must be bulletproof.
They keep shooting, even when there's nothing left to kill. Turn our tombstones to braille, so our children read between the old.
The Bible keeps the score, but history keeps receipts. We say rest in power, because they never let us rest in peace. Even after our baby's flesh has been torn into a puzzle, we are forced to put together what's left. Makeshift a body decent enough for a burial.
Open fire during open season, leads to open casket, word to Mamie.
Not even till death do us part. A bullet is never just a bullet when it echoes through generations. Here lies Emmett. A casket should be closure, but it can't contain their fears. 14 years old, murdered by a mob. Each year, a firing squad celebrates his slaughter by making a martyr of his memorial. And here stands his mother. Keep the casket open. Remind them how those white devils baptized my boy in barbed wire and fire. Erase his estimate their history, unrecognizable, assassinate our characters and our people. I'll rebirth his name, rebuild his monument. Let black boys whisper ceasefire. Cries of the childless mother will rain down like the hammer I used to break the silence of Mississippi sins. They pulled my son's tongue out of the tap. I used mine to take his power back.
Overkill.
Simply means white people be doing the most. They put the battle with our bodies. It's all the war with our ghosts.
Racist ways.
All right, y'all ready for the shit? A 9.9? Another 9.9? Another 9.9? A 10? And a motherfucking 10. Gives us a score of 29.8. On deck, we have the writers then. But coming to the stage right the fuck now is BX3. Who you standing up?
Texas. Quote, read a book, read a book, read a motherfucking book. We teach poetry. In a world full of employment possibilities, we chose to go into the least lucrative art form because we fucking love it. However,
According to the Department of Education, 54% of US adults read at or below a sixth grade level.
130 million people lack proficiency in literacy. Lack, verb, to be without or deficient in.
Proficiency, noun, being good at stuff.
Literacy, the ability to read and write.
We teach poetry in a country that hates reading.
To students who can't articulate their wants without a TikTok track to dance to.
A system designed to keep teachers on a script and students on an assembly line.
When your only task is to teach the test, we're failing to test potential. Potential. Now, you can be something. I teach composition, and the majority of college students do not know a complete sentence has two parts: subject and predicate. America is failing. The future looks grim.
Subject, predicate.
The US is becoming dystopian. Dystopian, adjective. When shit is mad fucked up, we are facing a run-on sentence of a problem where students cannot map out their dreams and lack the language to get from A to Z.
Cannot speak the hopes they hope to manifest.
Or imagine a future longer than a tweet because they pray in incomplete sentences. School boards banning books.
Making children's futures a footnote.
Erasing populations by making sure they never learn about themselves. Can't even find their heroes in the fine print. Taught a history that conveniently leaves out the bloody chapters.
The US is ranked 13th in education,
36 in literacy, 46 in life expectancy, but top 10 for obesity and gun violence.
and number 1 in teen pregnancy.
Military spending and incarceration rates. Our children are not a priority. Now, you should know these definitions by now. We are poets in a country that hates reading, trying to author a revolution of students who write their own stories.
Dreaming of a world where no child is left behind.
But the reality is a revolving door, a fucking merry-go-round of quasi-illiterate fuckfaces who can't read the writing on the wall. The system is working by design.
Kids failing.
Parents struggling, teachers struggling, and everyone too exhausted to change the world. Knowledge and the will to use it is the only way to take them down. So what can you do? Read a book, read a book, read a motherfucking book.
We have a 9.5, a 9.5, a 9.6, a 9.9, man. Score. Closing out our second round for the team is the writer's den. On deck will be our ND. I did that wrong. I should have said it the other way. So on deck, we have our ND. But coming to the stage right the fuck now is the writer's den. Who you sending up? You now.
The number one fear in the world is publicity. The number two fear is death. Time is ticking. Looks like this poem will be death.
All my life, my biggest fear has been disappointment, imposter syndrome, annoying ass nigga convincing me that I'm not good enough. Never thought I had a voice of my own until I was pushed on the stages and expected to speak. My mother was the first to force me to the forefront, like a baby bird being pushed out of its nest. But I feel more like a boat with no bottom, ready to sink.
I'm an imposter, imposing as a poet. I'm supposed to be poised.
Inside, I'm trying not to crumble, but I'm already starting to stumble. Just to hear,
Look at you, shook, tongue-tied, ready to choke, stomach in knots, can't think straight, forgetting your lines, too focused on the 10, then the countdown begins.
what's a 30 to a mathematician that feels more imaginary?
Wait, you thought this poem was a 30?
I did the math. There's truth in imaginary numbers, solutions for things considered unsolvable. My imposter syndrome is imaginary, but I can't seem to solve it. More times than I can count, I choke on the mic, as if I haven't done this an infinite amount of times. But surrounded by poets that feel exponentially greater, like I don't fit the equation. Will the sound of applause attract me down?
It's white noise. It won't validate you. It doesn't fill the void.
Or can we block out that annoying ass voice?
You see the judges looking skeptical? Feel suffocating, doesn't it?
It's hard to inhale in this cloud of smoke left by the exhaust of my heart racing, beating inside of my chest, trying to get my thoughts and emotions up to speed with the words coming out of my mouth. But will anybody even catch my drift?
It's like your mind has two gas pedals, brain with no brakes, ruining your drive. Anxiety hits like a rock against the windshield that you never saw coming. Leaves a chip that makes the voice crack and explodes in a broken glass. Who must practice a poem from the shards of a broken poem?
It all feels so puzzling.
You can't pull yourself together.
But I begin to find my peace by picking up the pieces to find my inner
You're mine.
fuck anxiety. My nerves begin to settle as my anxieties lift, liberating myself from my fears and insecurities, moved by my creative spirit, forcing my hands into God's hands, my marionettist, ventriloquist, I'm lip talking.
The number one fear in the world is public speaking. The number two fear is death.
I say kill the messenger. This faith will not be my casket. Here, my fear of disappointment will die as I refuse to live in dead silence. Standing in confidence, championing for myself as I realized I was a 30 before time started. Clap it up for the poem and that's you know what All right, from low to high we have an 8.9, a 9.2, a 9.3, a 9.9, and a motherfucking 10. 28.4. All right, we have on deck GYEXP, but coming to the stage right the fuck now. Clap it up, Kimberly Arrington.
Oh, my piano playing pedophile. Your smile was so handsome, just a little higher on one side. And your stroke, your sigh, the way you touched the keys. Your touch was my validation. You said that you loved me. Oh, my piano playing pedophile. I loved our secret meetings at the arcade, at the ice cream shop, and secret times with no one watching. Oh, my piano playing pedophile. You taught me so many lessons, like how to doubt myself. How not to believe the words of any man I would ever meet. How to feel guilty at being touched. Oh, my piano playing pedophile. Did your wife know you like to fondle teenage girls while giving them piano lessons? How many girls did you make feel special? Did you only choose the fat ones so that no one would believe us? Did you ever care about me at all? Or was I just a symptom of your sinful and sickness? Oh, my motherfucking pedophile. I'm a mother now with daughters. And God forgive my savagery. Should someone like you even look at one of my children? And I hear you are a pastor now with an entire congregation to pillage and plunder. Do they know your stroke? Your style? Or could it be they actually believe there is salvation behind your crooked smile?
And all that is to say, beware for your babies, because the wolves are waiting.
Clap it up, and judges, you know what to do. All right. From low to high, we have a 9.5. Oh, excuse me, scratch that. From low to high, we have an 8.8. A 9.5.
All right.
A 9.6.
Yeah.
A 9.8. And a 9.8 for the poet. Please clap it up. 28.9. On deck, what that wasn't for me. Okay.
Stand.
On deck, we are starting our third round. We're coming to the stage right the fuck now. It's GYEXP.
I know him.
My father called me whistle because I couldn't. And then he just gonna laugh at me. We said I love you like one. Daddy! Two. Daddy, loving you was smooth as hugging sand. Paper. Praying that your abrasive nature would fade and I would embrace smooth too. Loving you hurt. Three, your word was God. Like, let there be. Three, grandma said God and love the same. Three, dad, I God you, but I wish it was more like love. For abusive breath smack blasphemous. Four, neighbors telling now. Say they couldn't see or hear to help me, but I know they felt me and my mama screaming 4 years. 5, all the way down, just upsetting my stomach. Choking down, Sean, throwing up hands of both sides of surrender. By 5, I learned to apologize for everything. I'm sorry. I don't think anything is funny. I've just been too afraid to stop smearing these smiles over my scars. But while the joke and joke with it trendy, as my dad's jokes or punchlines just crack me up. Extensions in the ER routinely ask, so how you get them scars? Don't worry, Daddy. I'm only gonna throw them this semi-effect. 7, chasing the tail of my father's approval. 7, 6. Boy, don't remember learning to walk, but I always recall the sound of eggshells cracking up around my paw. Cousins crack me up, calling my father figure 8. What you figure having a father figure feel like? Hey, mommy, you so divorced to running away. So is it okay if I'm gone before the street lights come on? 9, it's God's time. 9, it's forgiveness. It's understanding by and by. She was trying your best, never able to be 1-0. Always forgets about the 1-0. You know, the one counted on to make everybody else look like the perfect 0. You know, the whole entire hole that I expected to pour into me, meaning my father, who had only ever been filled with empty. Father, forgive me. At 9, I knew not, but I got an idea. How about we exchange forgiveness this Christmas like a new toy for the little boy in you who was never able to be one? As soon as I start searching for your presence, how dare you die? Now I have cracked calendars, recounting the past dates and past hurts like book, chapter, and verse. Now wishing I just could love him harder than his past. Hurts like trying to remember my daddy and love him. Hurts like this ride on Sunday on Father's Day when I'm praying that heaven can hear me. When I'm trying to put up a whistle to heaven like, Daddy,
All right, y'all ready? Why you looking at what they doing? Stay on business. 9.7? 9.9? Okay, a 9.9? A 10. 29 acres total. All right, y'all ready for the third round? Halfway there, judges, y'all good? Can we clap it up for them? They can do it. Exactly what we had free to come to the stage right the fuck now. Purpose Black, who you setting up?
I got in different areas, cold area.
Today, I saved the kid from crashing out. Kept the corner boys from clocking in. Got a city girl into an apprenticeship. We saved young bulls from becoming field while they still tender. Before this world chews them up. We hood parents. No, not the kind that brings our kids to go fight other kids. We don't walk up in the school wearing bonnets and pajamas because the teachers out. We don't make excuses for them. Or enable the dumb shit they do. We hood parents. Strict with the side of cool. This ain't quite gentle parenting. But it is rooted in compassion. We hood parents. More like parents to the hood. Our parents like a teenage trap house. Except with love in the drywall and healing in the hallway. All the kids come to our home to escape their trauma. Through their bellies. No questions, no cost, we're paying peace of mind. Knowing if they hear, they ain't out there committing crimes or becoming headlines. I can slide a few bills when I'm late on mine. Got an extra twin-size mattress, and the couch that don't fold out will always fold in. Anyone who needs it, turn our dining room into a shelter, a sanctuary, a safe space where mixed-match breakfast and warm salads. I can afford to put a grill in my mouth, but I got one in the yard. No landlord permission or permit with a pool and a fire pit. Where we make s'mores, spit burst in the open flame. Watch rain turn to steam. Watch hope catch fire. We got a 7-seater, put it fit 10 if you squeeze. And baby, we squeeze. Squeeze lemons, pinch pennies, stretch meals. We fold love to the cracks in their broken hearts. We want parents. We don't down, don't whip ass. Don't believe you can beat the flesh to correct the spirit. This world already raises young children in violence, so we raise them in love. Us that is not fair, not because we're holy, but because we're whole. Their happiness starts spoiled. I ain't been a moment, but it takes a village, and we was raised by the school, so becoming step-parents in the neighborhood is a rite of passage. We was raised by a mother too. Watch her taking cousins, neighbors, any kid with a need and no place to be. She couldn't mind her business to save her life, but she did save others. So her turn paid into protection. Her that speak life, when the world only opens silence or silence. We are her, upgraded and evolving. A father to many with a lighthouse for a stoop that says, come inside to a buffet of second chances. We love parents. We survived on tough love. They thrive because we love love. I show up for mine and yours. Pour oceans of inspiration into cancel out the audacity of hope. So we set tables and standards. Make beds and memories. Take out the pressure with the trash. We fuck parents, guardians of the ghetto. We turn trauma into triumph. So if you ever see a child with eyes shining like the world, know that we are somewhere. Arms open, hoping space comes to hear. Where every kid used to be home and every fuck parent becomes a home.
All right, from low to high, we have a 9.6. All right. A 9.8. A 10. A 10. And a motherfucking 10. 29-8 is our score. On deck, we have the writers then, but coming to the stage right the fuck now. BX3, who you standing up?
Deep in the heart of Texas. Courtney.
Welcome to BX3 University. We will be your instructors on Black,
Women's
Studies. Did you know?
The color TV, birth control pill, and concept of zero were invented by Mexicans.
the first home security system, 3 life habits, no blood banks, and seasoning your food. All Black people.
Did you know?
Where people have existed historically in cultures all around the world.
We are no modern invention. We are the blueprint.
Did you know woke has been in use since the 1930s?
DEI since the 1960s.
What you didn't know is,
Minority excellence is not something new, but recognizing it is.
however, despite the contributions of Black,
Queer,
women,
and Latinos,
the ink the right states
History books seem to disappear when it comes to women or people of color.
treats our language as lackluster.
hides our histories behind half-truths.
Fabricates the facts into more favorable fictions, while we force the real factories, forging the soldiers and weapons.
So war on diversity, equity, and inclusion,
Has next to little to do with diversity, equity, or inclusion.
and everything to do with white male feelings of inadequacy.
We're sorry if our overqualifications make you feel some sort of way.
DEI should stand for
Determined ethnic ingenuity, because we've been here teaching the oppressors how to
Grow crops,
irrigate
innovate,
and
wash the nasty, disorderly, unethical accidents.
while simultaneously
teaching generations to be 3 times as good
for
For
a
a third of the equality, for a quarter of the pay.
saying
run faster.
for hard. Keep your head down.
Say nothing when the hate and harassment comes. Say nothing when you receive anger
Anger looks for standing on their side of the glass ceiling. Say nothing as the blood fills your mouth from biting your tongue.
Don't see recognition.
Recognize faces, get profile, get stop, get erased. Remember, this year's DEI was last year's woke, was BLM the year before that.
The faces keep changing, but the message remains the same.
We won't teach you this again.
Ignorance will no longer be enrolled.
From here on out, the only lessons we got left
We'll be the hard ones.
Ask Torque, ask Tesla.
As matter of fact,
Y'all don't believe in free education anyway.
so from here on out, tuition is mandatory.
soon enough, our lectures will be silenced too.
We've been graduating from the School of Hard Knocks.
We were doing the work.
The degrees,
Certifications,
Stop acting like this is a handout and stop hiding behind a fucking acronym.
Yeah, read a motherfucking book.
From Northern High, we have a 9,
All right.
a 9.4, a 9.7, a 9.8, and that's a 9.8 for the total. Score is 28.9. On deck, we have Tribe Slam, but coming to the stage right the fuck now. The writers then, who you standing up?
And my cousin on the street was up.
All right.
my first job was at 8. As an interpreter for my mother, translating for my family at parent-teacher meetings. I got a gold star sticker for being a linguist. Translated field trip forms to Families I didn't even know and filled out back to school packets because my mother didn't want to be labeled as an absent parent. Even though her presence developed a child labor kind of occupation, or maybe I was just drafted, a cadet of translation. How else to repay the sacrifice when they dove into this country from the skylines, following a trajectory, carrying only their native tongues and traditions. They gave me so much Spanish, labeling it as opportunity. But this world tries to remove it with English. Being professionally bilingual in this country isn't a palindrome. The direction is only English native to foreigner. The accent is on yo hablo aquí instead of just I speak. My parents never thought the American dream would turn into a battleground. Bedtime stories is my dad giving me intel on the enemy, agents that raid schools, break into homes, kidnap professionals, and call it border control. This is education, an attempt to build up my arsenal. But as a little girl, I thought monsters were imaginary. My dad thought protection was awareness and a birth certificate, but received a bombshell from ICE. Here we're combating a country that makes us the primary target. But my mouth is faulty armor, tongue-tied citizen, translating the words fast enough in my head so I won't be confused because ICE is never bilingual. It's only there when you learn, pray, cry, or die in Spanish. I unapologetically show my identity, proud to be a combination of a no-accent U.S. citizen and a byproduct of a no-speaking English undocumented immigrant. I developed a new war tactic, first for little girls like me, a combination of English and Spanish, not code switch, linguistical choices. Spanglish stopped my translation. I used to speak hesitant. Learned from 2 dictionaries, but never fluently. Spanglish sharpens my tongue and hence my battle cry. This war for guerra is for the dos mundos like me, where Spanish, alivia, and PTSD, you don't have to decide between my 2 identities.
Let's go. All right, judges. From low to high, we have a 9.1, a 9.2, a 9.6, a 9.7, and a 9.8. Let's clap it up. Gives us a score of 28.5. Please clap it up. Next, we have our last ending of the night. We're coming to the stage right the fuck now. Tribe Slam, who are you sending up?
Moses Freeman. I know him. Let's go, poet. I'm going with the words.
Rule number 1, don't die.
Stop playing with my piece.
So the thing about being a poet is you learn that a single word can hold many different meanings, right? Like, despite what I'm meaning to say, your takeaway might be completely different. It's because words are filtered through concept. Meaning requires context, like culture, context, and race, right? It's like if I say, be safe out there to white, right? Like, what I mean is, be safe out there. Salutations. It was pleasant to have met you. Goodbye. But when I say be safe out there to Black folk, what I mean is be safe out there. It's not safe out there. Not for you, not for me. They shot my nigga Q by the QT last week. You would have liked him. He was cool. He reminded me of you. You got a word still step out here. You might be the target of the next slug. Or for a rap sheet and a quota, I know you know this, but it's best to be prepared. Cause I mean, with us, it's a little different. When I say have a great day to white folk, what I mean is have a great day, but not at my expense. When I say have a great day to black folk, what I mean is have a great day. Your doing is resistance. They're trying to kill you in more ways than one. If you hear me, keep fighting. There's a reason you're strong. There are more battles to come. Victory is a Juneteenth flag over the land that we own. I see it wave in the wind. I say good luck to white folk, like good luck to your neighbor, but not at my expense. When I say good luck to black folk, what I mean is I wish you God's blessing. I wish you God's blessing and perseverance. I wish you health and wealth and strength and freedom. I wish you power and healing. God knows you've been kneeling. I mean, I hope you find your meaning, refine your meaning, become a beacon. I hope you let your light shine. I hope you become a guide to those going through dark times. I wish you the best in life, success in life. I hope the living's divine, heaven alive. I mean, I hope you find heaven alive in your lover's eyes and your children's smiles. I hope your dreams manifest and crystallize. I hope when folk pick your mind, they find that hope don't die, hope die man. I hope when you speak, you drop gems. I hope you know how valuable you is. I hope this makes you think better.
Yes.
That someone believes in a black future, your black ass black future. That someone in this world believes in the world that you're trying to create. So, I say all this to say, good luck. Have a great day. Woo. Be safe now.
Yeah.
All right, judges, you know what to do. You gotta spell it out. That's right. All right, y'all ready? From low to high, we have a 9.8. Okay, 9.9.
Yeah.
What about a 9.9? What about a 10? 29.8 is our total. Our last ending of the night. I need you loud. I need you boisterous. Put that phone on silent. Thank you.
I wanted to tell all my friends to meet me at the laundromat. There was God. And I knew that if y'all went, y'all would find God too, like my mama would say. I spent a lot of days at the laundromat. I almost thought it did better work than church. Laundromat was always saying things. Laundromat told me you have just as much money as you think you deserve. Quite often, my mama didn't have enough money for the washing machine, so God would hand her some coins from the change machine. The laundromat told me God always has room for more, which still works. There was God in the laundry detergent. When it got to the end, you could just add water. God will give you 7 more loads. 9, if you're lucky. Laundromat told me God is really all I need. There was God in Mom. She would say, this is 1 load. Didn't matter how small the machine was, make it fit. Some days you could make it to the laundromat. You could put on them stained jeans and you could wear them for weeks and thank God by wearing them too. Laundromat told me, although I may feel like I'm not making it to God, He can still work in me. He can still keep me clean for use 1 more week, 1 more week, and I'm gonna make it
to the laundry.
I'm bringing all my friends. I want y'all to go. And my mom.
You know what to do. Raise them up, raise them up. All right, from low to high, we have a 9.1, excuse me, run it back. A 9, a 9.1, a 9.2, a 9.7, and a 9.9 for the poet. All right, that gives us a score of 28 for the poem. All right, y'all ready for this last round? Yeah. I need you boisterous. I need you loud. We have the brightest day. BX3, who the fuck you setting up?
My favorite action sport cannot be found in any Olympics.
It will not earn you fame, medals, or acclaim.
It may earn you a right hook on any given day. See, I love dating crazy women. And this shit should be in the X Games.
Because while some people love jumping out of airplanes,
I love jumping headfirst into a pool of Looney Tunes. Free falling into a 5'6" cyclist of fire because
give me a woman who'll knock you out.
lock you out,
Why for no reason.
key your card, take all your money,
And fucks you senseless.
and you'll start to see the world in a whole new light. I'll just give Crazy the keys to my apartment.
Follow my brand new ride.
Crazy baked me a cake on our first date that read, "Can't wait to be a mommy."
Told our friends that we were engaged the day after we matched on Tinder.
Bought us a dog a week in and named him after my father, and I was in love. So, saw this sexy lady shit, so I'm coming 3 restraining orders ago.
My friends always ask me,
Bruce,
Mecca, how do you put up with this shit?
and I say, I love a girl that puts the bi and bipolar.
She doesn't struggle with mental health. Mental health struggles with her. So she's my legal representation.
My beneficiary on $1 million life insurance plan.
My Pookie stays crazy,
So I stay crazy for Pookie. Y'all listen to me.
I love dating crazy women. It makes you feel alive, like life is worth living.
Even after she accused my best friend of eyeballing me like a whore.
Wanted to say, bitch, I don't have any friends because of you.
But who needs friends if you have someone to fight the wait staff when they get your order wrong?
Who needs a damsel in distress when this damsel loves all the distress?
She has guns, y'all.
And crazy's part of my six like every day is Call of Duty.
She has guns, y'all. And Crazy is ready and waiting for any man, woman, or child to step out of line. Oh, you hear me? She has guns, y'all. So we keep this love off safety.
Forget loving safety.
In a world that's already crazy.
She's my post-apocalyptic tag team partner.
My lady, so I bought us matching red bottom shoes.
Left rose petals from her parking space on my front door.
Reserved us a caterer and a wedding venue. And fucked her senseless because Crazy fucks good.
The fucking may seem like an eight-star super buffet of loca.
I love me some unlimited crab legs and cream cheese rangoons. We go together like Tennessee and cocaine, like Beckett Route and ayahuasca. Love doesn't always have to make sense because life doesn't always make sense. Look at the news. She's not as crazy as the headlines. So forgive me for wanting to date a person who always talks in third person. She might not respect boundaries, but we think she's great. If you're not loving Crazy, you're only living halfway. And she has guns, y'all.
Raise them up, raise them up. All right. From low to high, we have a 9.5. What about a 9.8?
Yeah.
What about a 9.9? A 29.6 for the poem. On deck, we have Tribe Slam, but coming to the stage right the fuck now. The writer said, who you standing up?
Now,
It's a pup. Boy, they look at
They look good, sir. Hey, Earth Holmes.
Reasons to stay alive. Because one day your wounds will mend. They may leave scars, but these are a roadmap. A record of where you've been, how far you've come, all the times you survived the worst humanity had to offer.
Because sometimes committing to a whole life is unappealing. But thinking about the next hour gets you to 24.
Because one day you won't feel homesick for a place you've never known. You'll find you created a home inside your body, the same one you raged against for years.
Stay, because the two most important days are the day you were born and the day you learned why.
Because there are days when you actually love you, when your reflection doesn't feel like a funhouse mirror, when you tell yourself I'm the baddest bitch you ever lived.
Stay alive for the selfies and the roommates, because there are plenty more women to kiss.
Your imagination is just as important as your reality. But the reality you live in was once an imagination. Stay alive because one day you will see yourself not as a victim, but
As a survivor, your tragedy is the least interesting thing about you. It's how you survive that sets parts on fire. Because staying alive in a world that would rather watch you die is the greatest act of rebellion.
Fight them, tear their systems to the ground, and build better ones in their place.
Life is a crash course of experience, but there isn't a collision that can impact your drive. Stay alive because you made it this far.
Through loved ones that passed away, childhood war zones, the times your mind got caught behind enemy lines.
Stay alive because death still leads to disappointment. Your mother, anger at the aftermath and the problem that led you here. Your father will blame himself. Their marriage held together in vain.
Stay alive because your to-do list is 8 pages long, and it's going to complete all that when you die.
Because of death still comes responsibility.
Who cleaned out your house? Here's a holding on to and hoarding.
Who's going to plan the funeral?
the cremation.
Spread the ashes to all the places you haven't traveled to yet.
There are plenty more nights to shake ass and shit talk with your friends.
Plenty more poetry slams to win and lose. And learn from the losing.
Because you survived your last attempt, and that ain't a coincidence. Greatness does not occur by accident.
Excellence is not a coincidence.
Because your presence is a gift from God that you don't have the receipts for.
Your blemishes, their fingerprints.
Stay alive because one day you will be filled with more hope than fear, more peace than pain.
Because one day, when you least expect it, you will look around and realize that everything has changed. What was once shattered and bloody now transforms, vibrant, whole, alive.
Everybody say thank you, Raya. All right, from low to high. Okay, thank you. That is a 7.5. Okay, what about 9.5? A 9.6. And a 9.9 for the poet. 98.6 is our score. On deck, we have verbal slap and closing out the entire round, right? But coming to the stage right the fuck now. Try slam, who's standing up? Mercy
They not like us.
You the one with the words.
Let it cook. Let it cook.
When I say back talk, you say talk back, back talk. Talk back. Talk. Talk back. I'm disconnecting myself from the matrix. I no longer want to be a part of this fakeness of fraudulent and fallacies and facades where only people front like they're friends, but in the end, they pray for your demise. You know these guys, the smile on your face. All while when they take your place, the backstabbers, the bump backs that people you act to see you grind and try to steal your shine, but y'all can't do it like me. Y'all can't get it like mine. I'm designed for a mold that's broken, cut from a different cloth. You stop me how you try to do it like me, but I do it like I'm a boss, just I'm original, with all things material. Minds are designed for a mind manifesting on a miracle. So haters, I have no fear for you. Don't like you and don't care for you because this it's not a competition. This is more like an exhibition of the inner workings of one's heart-spoken mind. Sometimes I ask myself, what am I writing for? Because I find myself getting pinned against other people that push things on paper. Like-minded, but not like me, you see. My vocal ambition for this art form is different. I see spoken word and use videos with large stages where people come for the words to inspire them, to lead them in the name of that. We really have intimate videos with small stages where poets bare their souls and expose in rib cages. It's like the tree falls to the ball, doesn't make a sound, no one's around to hear it. It's going to take unity and perseverance, the spoken word to grow. This is what I'm writing for. This is what I'm fighting for. So when you see us on the road, this is what we riding for. This is why I live, and yes, this is what I'm dying for. If we don't go, Acts 25, the light, Chapter Brunson, Lady Tess, lovely, bittersweet, and the only will, all the way up to the rise. They kept it real. This is what my spoken word warriors that do this for the love that come through and represent every spoken word show and club that come to do a feature for a place to stay or something to eat. They might sell a check, one t-shirt, wristband, or CD. They don't sell it for the money. Because when you purchase a poet's product, it's like you get a piece of that poet. But why isn't always going to get paid for the poetry they produce? It takes hard work and dedication. The scribe scripts for the edification of man, woman, and child. Meanwhile, fools get cash for sucking and jobbing. I know full-time poets that's barely surviving. Something's got to change so we can reach our potential and attain our goals, maintain our integrity, and still keep our soul. Let's go.
Right, judges, y'all know this too. Yo, I was fine, y'all. All right, y'all ready? Yeah. 9.6. Yeah. 9.7. Attack. Attack. And a motherfucking attack. All right, I need y'all to make some noise. We have the last poem of the night. Make some noise. Make some noise.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. They're not cousins from Upway.
These guys are going away quarter waters. Let's go.
Make sure we are not leaning on the door, or the window, or the wall, whatever. Just don't be leaning back here. Thank you.
They say if you want to hide something from black folks, put it in a book.
Which makes me wonder if tearing up our cookbooks kept my family's secret recipes free from cultural appropriation.
Nothing tangible passed down except in ancestors.
Step one.
Prep your main course. Set out east for spices. Get so lost you bring back people equipped at cooking the food you were attempting to colonize.
We were farmers, ordained with the knowledge of our stalks and their stocks high.
Step 2. Read the ingredients. Don't call it the same diet. Soul food is more than fried chicken and baked mac. It
It's our liberation, survival, celebration. We are the recipe of a lineage that puts abundant food and fish in there.
And if you ain't cooking, get your ass out the kitchen.
I said, what you doing around these parts? Step 3, scrub the countertops like they scrub records. Putting us in red lines, we just red-handed, so we clean our palms to avoid cross-contamination by segregating foods.
Step 4,
Wash that chicken.
colonizes over his flesh, swear skin is burnt and is cleansed. When white men boast of dignity and elation, Newport the luxury for the bird the dark meats.
We make history on the plate, so they put us on the menu. The delectable Negro. Step 5, season that chicken. Commit measurements of memory. Asking me to eyeball it means bearing witness to being with temper. Trauma ain't the only thing passed down from generations.
They make carnage out of cartilage, but what's more savory than sisters who make medicine out of marrow?
Step 6, start a fire. The revolution will be televised in Hell's Kitchen.
Hidden smell just burning at the tips of their fingers.
Got a white woman sob story about fear for her life Greece. Anytime she wants a song, nigga whose skin is too thick to digest.
And if you don't have a big enough burner, an electric chair will suffice. Step 7,
Cook and serve. Jump out the frying pan into the belly of the beast. Carnivores carve corpses for consumption. Monopolize manufacturing martyrs post-mortem. Too tough to chew, turn us leather. Rest us in furniture pieces. But we stay high on the home while remaining the choice cuts. Lastly, dig in. Ain't no last supper. We eat for eternity. Our consciences be fertilized.
snatch seeds from the fruits of our labor and our womb.
Food is our freedom and oppression. We eat blackout peas on New Year's Eve. Our traditional would never superstition. Be imagined.
Sunday dinner tastes like resistance.
Make my plate heavy as my people spite. The dinner table be a sin. The itis be activism. Reparation be rest. Grace a full stomach. Bless this meal you have just received and make it food for thoughts. Nourish your soul. Amen.
Let's go! Let's go!
Y'all ready? Here. From low to high. You have a number nine.
All right. Okay.
A 10. Yeah. 10. And a motherfucking 10. All right. I'm going to give the final scores, but I need y'all to give yourselves a round of applause for being and that is the point. So we're gonna pour some flowers into someone yet again while I get these scores, right? All right,
No, I'm talking about.
Y'all ready for these standings? Yeah. All right. All right. I need y'all to get real loud. Real loud for everything I'm gonna say. I'm gonna start with the Indies. In fourth place, we had the Prodigy Troop. In third place, we had Patricia. In motherfucking first place,
Let's go!
Y'all ready for these teams?
Let's go!
In fourth place, with a score of 112.8, the Writers Den. Clap it. In third place, with a score of 114.9, clap it up for BX3. first place. In motherfucking first place. Go ahead, build up the anticipation. Of 118.5. If you have competed, I need you up here as an indie or as a team. I need you to send up a representative to sign up your paperwork. Can we thank our judges yet again? Thank you, judges. Now have a good night. All right. Yes, you can take a break. You can leave your spoke word. Are you third class? Can you come back here like from up top? Want to stay in? Yes, it should be up there. You got me coming back. Yes. They're not. No, thank you. Thank you guys. Stay tuned. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone understand? We now whole states. Boom, that's how what happened. Thank you, ma'am. Miss, ma'am.